Hey guys, good to be back. And yeah, we get a 3-0 away win in Kiev. And yeah, it must have been hard for the players because it was all short notice. I mean, on both sides, really. For the home side, they had the venue switched without a moment's notice. So it was tough for them to go up in there thinking, what on earth is going on? Plus all the trouble that was going on in the country. That couldn't have been easy on them. And for Arsenal, their flight was delayed for 2 hours. By the time they touched down, it was -12. For a lot of them, it was a very new experience because we're talking about 6 players under the age of 18 years old. 3 of them were making their first appearance for the club. So guys, it was a tough game, man. From that standpoint, might have been easy for us watching it on the eye, but it was very difficult for both sides. So I kind of really took that on board while I was watching the game. And remember, they were playing in an empty stadium. So that was really kind of harsh on them. But fair dues, because there was a time, remember, when Wenger used to be doing this with his young kids, where they'd be coming on 17, 18 years old, and we'd be like, boy, these kids look good. And we ain't had that for quite a while. We've had issues where we've gone out of the cup tournaments early because of just poor performances with the young players, and then even with the senior players, poor performances. And now we're doing an about turn. We're back to our roots where we're putting in all these young, half of the team were young kids, and they were putting in a display like that. It's kind of good, man. It's kind of good to watch from a fan's perspective because it hits home that the mentality and the changes within the team is consistent all throughout the youth players and throughout the senior team. So it's really nice to see that, man. It's really nice to see that consistency of Emery's ethos building through both units of young and old. And yeah, some of the shout outs were a bit sad. El Nene, who's really on his way out, and I wouldn't say he should be on his way out. He's not playing because of Torreira. Doesn't mean that he has to leave the club. Yeah, if he's happy being a backup to Torreira and playing in these kind of games and filling in the gap, then, he's a cheap option as far as I'm concerned. And he's always done okay. Carl Jenkinson, he fitted in at centre-back, actually. And it's funny, it was only our 6th clean sheet of the season. Yet, he was a part of that. And that's a fair shout. Yeah, I mean, if it means that he signs a nominal contract and stays, great. If it means he moves on, then that's also great. Because we have so much young players coming through. It's time to move all the players aside who've been pelting around and hanging around because their contracts, 40, 50 grand. In the case of Jenkins, it's 40 grand. And really, some of these kids are on, 10, 20 grand coming off their youth academy contracts. So, and we made 10 changes. That's quite a lot. And we had to because of what was going on in the terms of the preparation for Tottenham on Sunday. We wanted no part of playing any of our senior team in that game. So well done, Emery. Fantastic on that. But looking forward to it, guys. It's a game we got to get a result out of. It's a home game. Spurs just beat Chelsea, and points were 3 points behind. But a win will go far. It will put us into the top 4. And then everything's to play for after that. The busy Christmas schedule. And as I said before, Lacazette and Ozil, who didn't play last week, they were rested in the international break. Because remember, both guys are not playing international football. So they've had quite a long layoff. And this is good. Entering a busy period, man, for Christmas. We're going to need those fresh legs. So I think this is a very positive situation we've got ourselves in, and excited to see what happens against the Spuds on Sunday. Come on, you Gunners. I'm going to go with an Arsenal 2-1 win. I think we're going to take it to them. I think the fans are going to be on them. I think the players are going to be up for it. They'll have fresh legs. And I just think we're going to come out like we did against Liverpool. Because you know what, guys? We play to the level of the opposition. Let's be honest. All these poor first halves that we've been playing is just consistent with Arsenal's mentality. And I think what we saw against Liverpool was a shock. They came out and they were ready for it. And I think they're going to be ready for Spurs. I hope they're going to be ready for Spurs. So let's focus on that. I'm going 2-1 to the Arsenal home win. And really, guys, it's going to be a bit of a shocker because I don't think that a lot of the pundits are giving us a chance to beat Spurs. But we're going to carry on with this great home record that we have been riding for the last year or so. And obviously, we're 18 games unbeaten now. So that is going to be 19th going into, obviously, the Man United game. It's happening, guys. Get behind the team. Appreciate the time. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell if you want to see when my videos are dropping. Peace out. Up the Gooners, man. See you later.